Hello and good morning to everyone. We are very privileged to have the second podcast of Patel Institute of Science and Management, and we are very privileged and excited to introduce the guest for the second podcast. It is none other than Dr. Ritika Sinha ma'am, who is the professor at Bangalore City University and also the chairperson for various departments at BCU. Let me welcome you, ma'am. First of all, thank you for being the chief guest for today's annual convocation of the MBA department. We are very excited and really I think the students were motivated by whatever you have told them for the next journey of their corporate life or entrepreneurial life. Before we begin getting into deeper into your life journey, because considering they are graduated today, you have been a gold medalist in your career. So, what kind of mindset? Because you said very clearly in today's speech that life is like a Google map. You need to give a location and then move on. So, what kind of mindset do you think that if somebody wants to achieve not only just the gold medal, but what do you think should be the mindset of an individual for this?
I think we have to start with the goal setting, and it is very, very important. And we have to be in one direction, as I was talking to the students today.
Correct.
So I used to.
Which you remain throughout.
Yeah, and I used to believe, and today also I believe that it is about all the single steps which we take, because as we know that journey of 1,000 miles start with the single steps.
Correct.
So daily, if we keep on learning with all our environment, whomever we meet, we should be very curious, we should ask questions.
Correct.
And it is about the day to day, if we are keeping ourselves well versed with whatever is taught, whatever is happening,
Correct.
not only whatever is taught in the classroom, outside the classroom, what is happening by looking at the news. And nowadays, with technology, everything is at our finger points.
Yes.
So it is very, very important for us to keep ourselves well versed with the today's world, and that will gradually leads you to the bigger heights.
Correct.
And whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve very easily.
Correct.
In that sense.
Correct. Ma'am, being a student of yours as well as having close watch with your working style in the university has been a journey which has been, I think, definitely with the challenges. But still, you have made almost 2 decades of success story in the same profession. What keeps you motivated to be in this profession, and how, if you can throw some light on this journey?
Yeah, actually, teaching is my passion. I enjoy the most of the time when I am with the students. I enjoy it the most. And I have come to this profession not by force. I have come it by choice.
Correct.
And right from the childhood, I was so much interested in teaching, and that made me come to this profession. So it is like, still I am excited. It is a new journey. And the most important thing is, in academia, we meet the younger generation and we get that energy transfer. The moment you are with them, you become energetic, you feel you are still young.
Correct.
And that kind of energy transfer, when it is inside the classroom,
Correct.
that keeps us too much motivated.
Correct.
I believe, for me, I get most of the energy from my students.
Right. So I think, ma'am, the journey of any individual, we remain the student for years together. Whether we are the teacher or this one, we are a student for our life.
Yes.
So bringing in this, saying that students are your assets,
Yes.
I would like to ask you, can you quote any incident in your life with one student which had a lasting impact till now?
Yeah. When I was in South Gujarat University in Surat, one of my students, her name was Pragati, I still remember.
Great, that's great. I think almost 10-12 years back?
Before 16 years.
16 years.
Till 16 years I am with Bangalore University.
Then
Before,
really
prior to joining Bangalore University, I was in Surat, South Gujarat University.
16 years, that means she has really created a lasting impact.
Yeah. The thing was that she was highly studious.
Okay.
But she had eyesight problem.
Okay.
25% only she could see. Remaining she was partially blind. But the dedication, the hard work she used, she was much better than many other students in the class. So that was one thing which motivated me as a faculty, that if she can do, why can't we do?
Correct.
She was not only into academia, she was also into research.
Correct.
She was writing research papers at that point of time when she was doing MBA. I'm
Great.
talking about 16, 17 years back.
Great.
So that was a very long impact on us, and we used to discuss as a faculty. That was a very big department. We were 18 faculties, and that is the oldest department in the entire country.
Oh.
And that MBA department of South Gujarat University. So very senior faculties were there. So not only me, all of us were motivated, looking at the kind of dedication. In spite of having a weakness, she has never let. We cannot feel that she is having any kind of weakness.
Correct.
So
Correct.
we learned from her,
Yes.
and we moved forward. We thought that, and we used to give example to our other students.
Correct.
If with such a weakness, if she can do so well in exam and
Correct.
she is doing extra research and all that, anybody can do.
Correct.
So even
Correct.
today also, I have so much of respect for her. Wherever she is,
Great.
I really that made me think about, like, we should never at all at least complain about
Correct.
her thing, because
Correct.
we have, God has given us everything.
Correct.
So for all the students, I want to say that we should not at all think about any kind of weaknesses and
Correct.
all, and we
Correct.
should put all our 100% in achieving whatever you want to achieve in life.
Great. I think hope with this video, this messages reaches her, and I will try to connect
Yeah.
her if possible
Yes.
on any of our platforms.
Yeah.
And also, I think the message is very clear here. Weakness can always be a strength sometimes.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, if again you said 16 years back journey, I think for your profile we always know that Madam is known for networking, because considering you are in BCU as a chairperson, I think you have done wonderful international conference wherein you had brought so many delegates, so many paper presentations. I think it is possible only when you have great networks. What kind of strength you have in developing these networks and staying connected with them, and they come whenever just over a call we can say. I think how it has been possible for you, ma'am.
First of all, I am blessed that I have got the opportunity to work in different states. I started my career from MP, then I moved to a very reputed university which is called as Banasthali Vidyapeeth in Rajasthan, and then from there I moved to Gujarat, which all these are state universities and very well established universities.
Correct.
So being in such a reputed institution, after that I moved to Bangalore University, and now we are working in Bangalore City University. So I have got the various opportunities of meeting with very good people, very senior professors, not only professors and academia, but also from the company side and all. With the blessings of God, I think I have got a very good networking thing. And that still we are in touch, but it is very, very important in today's life. If you want to achieve success, you have to remain connected.
Correct.
Because even when you are telling about my international conference and all, I could connect with all these universities in different states and could
Correct.
get all those things.
Correct.
So what I want to tell to my students today is, not today they have technology.
Yes.
Earlier we didn't have that.
Yes.
For remaining connected, it was very difficult task to remain connected.
Correct.
And now also we are connected because we have started using that technology.
Correct.
So it is very important. Even LinkedIn profile is there.
Yes.
They should start adding people from different areas in
Yes.
which they are interested
Correct.
in their LinkedIn profile.
Correct.
Send them some mail.
Correct.
And I have seen whoever my students, if they are sending mails to at least 15 people, they will get reply back from one or
Correct.
two people.
Correct.
So that way they are connected with people. In today's world, networking is a great strength if you want to remain successful in life.
Very true, very true. I think, ma'am, I think that's a good message to the passing out students, the graduating students, if they have to be successful. It may not be just in their professional life, even in their personal life.
Personal.
Tomorrow you don't know who may come for your help at any point of
Yes.
time. So I think that's a good message. Ma'am, what you said technology on one side, which is booming like anything. On the other side, we see new education policy coming up. And in between, we see challenges with people to implement it.
Yeah.
So, how do you connect these gaps of technology, the challenges of new education policy, and obviously difference between the state and center to have different policies? How do you think that will bring reform in Indian education system?
The new education policy, whatever they formulated, is like a very revolutionary.
Correct.
They have tried to bring a lot of changes in our education system, which is there in different countries, but it was not there in India.
Correct.
For example, they have given choices for the student. Earlier,
Yes.
science student cannot take
Yes.
arts
Yes.
or any kind of
Yes.
different stream subjects,
Yes.
which was possible in different countries,
Countries.
but not in
Not in
our
India,
country.
yeah.
So in that way, flexibility is very, very important to be given to the students. But I think our system is not yet ready,
Correct.
because we have all different kind of institution,
Correct.
all different kind of students,
Correct.
and that reform has to come from the school education,
Correct.
and then it can gradually move towards graduation and
Correct.
post graduation.
Correct.
Formulation is very good, but
Exactly.
implementation is a problem.
Yes.
How to successfully implement it?
Correct.
Implementation will be successful only when all stakeholders are involved
Yes.
in formulation process.
Yes.
Make some changes to the policy,
Correct.
and I can tell you that the objective of new education policy is very good. It is about holistic development of the student.
Correct.
But we are facing problem and challenges
Correct.
only in the implementation.
Correct. The message again is clear that until we start reforming from the grassroots level, from the school,
Yes.
I think we will not be successful in whatever the holistic approach we have brought into the new
Yes.
education policy. I think we had a great session from the time you have started your journey as a gold medalist, then becoming the chairperson, developing your professional network, talking on the education system, strengthening the education system within your own challenges. Finally, I would like to ask one question, ma'am. Considering today we talk too much on women empowerment, I would just like to ask from you, what message would you like to give to these young women or students who are coming into the profession of teaching? How to balance this work-life balance, or how to get successful in their careers without hampering any of your personal as well as the professional life?
I feel that today's women are much more empowered, not only by mean of technology. It is also that we have everything, like whatever you ask for, it is there. Earlier it used to be a lot of juggling between housework and balancing between the work-life balance. But today, with the use of technology and house help, and even I can say that family members are much more accommodative. Earlier it never used to be.
Correct.
Now they understand the feeling that okay, women are going out, so they need support in here.
Correct.
And now younger generation men are much more supportive than earlier generation, which I
Correct.
have seen a
Correct.
dramatic change.
Yes.
Earlier it used to be household work means it is only for ladies.
Yes.
But now I have seen the today's generation, they understand the importance and they are much more collaborative, much more supportive. This empowerment was never before.
Correct.
If you start from our very old generation, they used to cook in wooden thing
Correct.
and all those. That was very, very difficult.
Correct.
So we have all the new kind of appliances, at the same time very supportive family members.
Correct.
So it is very, very easy for women to take up the career come on. And moreover, the career in academia and especially finance kind of career, that gives a student lot of time to balance between their family and the work.
Correct.
Because even children in the home, they require mother.
Correct.
So it is very, very important for you to balance between both. At the same time, you should not take excuses from the work that
Correct.
being a woman, I
Correct.
should be.
Correct.
It is equal generation, to
Correct.
equal gender.
Correct.
So I feel that women empowerment has come a long way, and I would like to appeal all the women to understand this and take this opportunity and come up and start joining the workforce, especially in academia and finance.
I think your answer was also balanced, ma'am. Generally, people would say yes, women empowerment, but you have definitely acknowledged the men also because
I
they
have
have
seen
contributions.
that if you compare my son and my husband, I can see that transition happening in my home itself.
Correct.
He is much more accommodative. He is
Correct.
thinking if both are working, both should even help in
Correct.
home also.
Correct.
And this is not about my home. I have seen this change in the generations.
Correct. Correct.
And younger generation are becoming much more accommodating.
Correct. Because they have realized that if they don't, then the world is against them. Initially, as you said, the world was like this was made only for women are at
Yes.
home, men has to go work and then come and feed the
Yes,
kids
yes,
or family.
yes.
But world today, the expenses on the other side, if both are not working,
Yes.
you have challenges running the home also.
Correct, correct.
So I think the message is very clear here that until and unless the entire family works together,
Yes.
nothing moves on, even in personal as well as professional
Yes,
life.
yes.
We had really an insightful session with you, ma'am, and we are really grateful that you have shared all your insights and also the stories of your success in the last 2 decades in different states, being in different universities. Once again, from entire Patel Institute of Science and Management, we thank you for being the guest for this podcast as well as the guest for the annual graduation ceremony.
Thank you. And your annual graduation was very well organized. We wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.